What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with episode 6 of Thorium Mercs, and we've got our shiny new ship. Well, it's a new ship, but it's an old ship, and it's not really shiny. It's full of holes. Hopefully Chaplin won't take this one apart. But anyway, we were given the Argo at the end of the last episode, and we found out what happened to Raju. It was not pretty. So we're going to have to jump right in and get our Merc on and try to make a little bit of cash. Now, one of the cool things is we can go in and we can actually upgrade this bad boy. So a few of the things in here are really important, and some of them kinda sorta. The power system allows you to upgrade all your other things. It does cost you more C-bills per month the greater you upgrade the Argo. Structure allows you to do things like, well, just rebuild the ship. Recreation usually gives you extra morale, which means you can use precision shots and entrench, I think it's called, more often. It translates over to the battlefield. Med bays make it so that your pilots recover faster. Mech bays obviously gives you access to more online battle mechs, which is really awesome. Repair and refit obviously increases your tech points, giving you extra ability. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it, but it makes it so that when you upgrade, modify, repair, or replace parts on a mech, it goes a lot faster. Training modules is one of the things that we're going to be looking at, because then the pilots that aren't deployed can gain experience while we're waiting. Habitat pods allow you to have more mech warriors. The drive system makes it so that you travel a whole lot quicker from point A to point B when you're moving around systems. But the first thing that we're going to do overall, we're going to get ourselves the power conduits repaired. So it'll take a while for them to repair, but we should be good. Now, one of the big things is we were just given free reign to go and do whatever we want. So we can probably do one of these missions here. There's an assassinate on a polar region. It's a fairly high-tech one. I don't know how our mechs are, though. Our Blackjack needs to be repaired. So does our Centurion. But we do have the Jagermech now, with a bunch of autocannons, AC-5s and AC-2s, so it's slightly different than I was expecting. It's more of a mid-range sniper. The JM6S could potentially work. We've got at least a week to wait anyway, so we can get everything on board. Then we can drop one of our pilots into this Jagermech, and we'll have some fun with it. So we'll just wait the week to get those mechs all up and repaired. Once they're done, now we can go into the contracts and possibly take on this assassinate mission. A wanted war criminal has been spotted on Weldry. Unfortunately, he appears to have integrated himself with Directorate-aligned mercenary company. We need you to track him down and destroy his mech. If he ejects, we'll take him into custody to be tried before a restoration court. If not, no harm done. You'll be paid the same either way. These days, war criminal basically means anyone on the other side of the battlefield. I wouldn't worry about that trial comment. There won't be one. Well, let's see if we can get into this one. 345,000 C-bills and 1 selected, 6 total salvage is not bad. Let's jump in and see what we can do with it. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to take the Jagermech out. Just because, well, I want to pilot the Jagermech. And this is kind of a mid-range to long-range Centurion. So let's get Ryan out into the field. I think everybody else can stick around and do what they need to do. Of course, a bunch of our pilots are under the weather. Chaplin's hurt, and we lost Auric. But we should be able to do this just fine if we're careful.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, we're contracted for a single target here, but we both know it won't be that easy. The war criminal you're hunting won't be alone. The company of Director Mercenaries that he's signed on with will attack you on sight. Good hunting, Commander. Oliveira out.
Great.
Alright, so
Choose between hellfire or a frozen death.
the sporting directorate forces are there, and the guy we have to eliminate is all the way at the back. So what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to try and get on top of this hill, get ourselves some height advantage, and blap whatever mechs happen to come in there. And the key thing, will we detect them and get them to engage before we can get up on top of this hill? Heavy mechs are downright slow in comparison. We do have Phoenix in a brawling style mech. Most of our stuff is ranged, so we'll see how it works. And we've got contacts on the radar, so it's going to go into initiative time now. And I should be in initiative stage 2. So we got one at the top of the hill there. Let's actually reserve and see what this guy does. It looks like a medium. It's a Vindicator. Alright, so we decided to take a couple of pot shots at Phoenix. So I'm going to come in first, get over into these woods, and see what I can do to snipe him out a little bit. The autocan, or the PPC on him is a little worrying, but
All weapons committed.
and expose some of his armor, or structure I should say. Now Bloodwind, you are in a Vindicator, so we're going to get you to do basically the same thing.
On my way.
Get you into the woods, out of the line of fire.
Acknowledged.
And now Phoenix, who's in a brawler, can get up close and do a little bit more damage. They scratched his paint, but didn't do too much to him overall. And with any luck, Ryan will be able to pop in and do some mid-range damage too. I do like how we've got our Centurion set up. It's a pretty solid mid-range
Firing all
fighter.
weapons.
Way to go, Ryan! Court him! I'm definitely okay with that. They got a couple other medium mechs. That guy's trying to swing around beside us here. We're going to reserve again and try to take down another mech on this turn. Alright, Bloodwind, you're running a Vindicator right now, so let's get you out since you have that PPC. You're not too good from this distance, but if we can get you to knock off... Ooh, it's a Shadowhawk. A point of its evasion. They have one heavy for sure. Heavies move in initiative 2, mostly.
Yes, Commander.
So we'll move Phoenix up and see what we can get him to do. And then use our snipers to
Aye, copy.
pretty much devastate him as best as we can. And a headshot. Not bad, Phoenix. Alright, Ryan, let's get you to move down here.
Copy that.
The only disadvantage to having AC5s and AC2s on this Jagermech, though, is the difference in range and effectiveness.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
So we may have to pop off a bit more of our morale abilities than usual. And the Jagermech's pretty lightly armored, all things considered. But if we go with the precision strike, go for that torso shot,
All weapons committed.
And this time we will act in our own initiative phase and beat him down a little bit. And that's what I mean about the Jagermech being lightly armored. Alright, so we're going to go with Bloodwind first. We're going to bump you up and get you good line of sight on the Shadowhawk. If we can drop it, then we don't have to worry about that Enforcer so much. Although I would love an Enforcer mech on our side.
Locking on.
Ryan, we're going to get you to do the same thing, but we're going to get you to swing up onto this mountaintop a little bit. We are hitting him in the structure right now, but it's not a whole lot of damage. Phoenix will get you up, and next turn you might have to go in and brawl. If we can actually get that... Do we go for the right or left torso? Left torso is what we want. Try and knock that auto cannon out of the fight.
Solid connection on that one.
Damage jump jet, not the greatest that we could have had, but it works. That's their heavy moving. They've only got the 3 mechs in support of this guy. So, in theory, with how this Jagermech fires, I should be able to knock him out on this turn.
All weapons committed.
Or perhaps not. Alright, so it's our turn again.
Waiting for
He
orders.
didn't move. And Phoenix, we're going to get you to brawl, because that's what you're good at. And when the Hatchetman DLC finally comes out, it's going to be great for us to have a hatchet. And there goes the auto cannon.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Yeah, that Jagermech's taking a pounding.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Command.
Now, Bloodwind, can you jump up and get onto his left side? Not quite. But still having you jump would be great. We'll give you a bunch of evasion.
Firing.
And there's a kill for the boss lady.
Go down.
And the reason I call her that is a long, long story, but still. Definitely going to have to start using the Jagermech more
Breached. Internal damage.
judiciously? I don't know if that's the right word, but
Standing by.
going to have to make it so that the Jagermech's not getting pounded on. In other words, Ryan and Phoenix, go have fun. Go play. I'm going to use a precision strike on this guy, though. Go for that arm.
Firing a full salvo.
Thing is, we still have a heavy to fight. It obviously has some LRMs. I'm willing to sacrifice the AC-5 shots to kind of keep the Jagermech out of harm's way. But it seems like the AC-5s were able to hit anyway.
Remech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, Phoenix, since you brawled last turn, we can get you to move up
Moving out.
and take a point-blank shot. Eventually I want to get you an AC-20 with some defensive weapons. Oh, losing a jump jet isn't great, but it's not bad. Probably going to lose something on the Jagermech not too distant future.
What's up, boss?
Bloodwind will get you to advance too. He's operating on a different initiative phase, so we'll get at least our shots in. And there goes the autocannon. So that's definitely a bonus.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
And Ryan,
Awaiting orders.
if you can get down on his right side, you might be able to hit that center torso from there. Even though you're running pretty hot right now. If you drop your LRM-10s out, should keep you well within your heat threshold.
Target confirmed. Scored a critical hit.
I really do like the Enforcer frame though, so we'll see how it works out if we can salvage enough of this guy to possibly build an Enforcer. Don't have a whole lot of ammo left for our autocannons, but, well, we have a lot for the AC-5s. The AC-2s are already down to 17 shots. It should be enough, in theory,
All weapons committed.
to deal with it. And we just completely wrecked that Enforcer, so that's good.
Enemy
Good with
tech
that.
Destroyed.
Now we just have an enemy heavy to deal with.
Good to go.
So what we're going to do is get these guys to sprint. We know he has LRMs. Wouldn't it be great if it was
Move order received.
a catapult?
Roger.
There's nothing we can really do aside from bound up.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Bloodwind, we're going to get you to do something a little bit
I
hectic. But you should have enough evasion to deal with anything that he sends at you. We'll get you to brace.
Commander.
Ryan, you're going to sprint and try to catch up to Phoenix.
Hauling ass.
Which will definitely cool you off. And Phoenix,
What's up, boss?
we need to see what he is. So we're going to run you down and rely on the evasion to deal with everything. Ooh, it's an Orion ONK, or ON1K. It's a decent mech.
Damage minimal.
And it's a good thing that I have sniper weaponry. Because I can just crest this hill a little bit and take some pot shots with the long-range autocannons. And if we precision strike, everybody will get to go on the next round before he does. We're going to go for the leg, too.
Primary target damage, Commander.
Because bad guys have a bad habit of trying to run away.
On the move.
So we can just get Phoenix in close. Knock his evasion off.
Orders.
We can jump Bloodwind down and try and get some more of her close to mid-range weaponry on target.
Confirmed.
I'll take care of his evasion.
Aye, aye. Move order confirmed.
Ryan, you just gotta get in and get that autocannon of yours lined up. Actually, you can alpha strike from here. Ooh, LRM and SRM crits.
That's gonna hurt.
So he's not feeling the greatest right now. Let's It's kind of a risk to put the Jagermech up there. We could possibly lose some parts and have to replace them. But if we can do enough damage to one of the side torsos,
Target.
and he decided to try and run,
Go.
which of course we're not going to let him do.
Firing jump jet.
We're going to get you to precision strike too, Blood. Go for that torso shot.
Acknowledged.
And he's down some LRMs.
Scored a critical hit.
For some reason, this guy is not reading like he has a lot of armor,
Acknowledged.
which is weird on a heavy. Jagermech's aside. Let's see what Phoenix can do from this angle.
Firing all weapons.
Awaiting orders.
Ryan, we're going to get you to swing the same kind of direction, because we want to get some mechs up through here, so if he decides to run, we can still keep fire on him the entire time.
Affirmative.
And there is a good hit. Ammo explosion, left arm, left torso destroyed. I like it. And if I can get down here, those autocannons can take another really strong pot shot. And if he's down LRMs, that kind of takes away his ranged threat.
Engaging target.
Still has an autocannon though. And
Standing by.
Bloodwing, we're going to get you to jump up onto his rear armor.
Roger that.
You're definitely going to overheat.
Got
But if we just take off your missiles, which you can't hit from this distance anyway, can shred him a little bit.
Standing by.
Is there any place where you can get both your... There we go.
We'll go.
Why you're deciding to moonwalk there, Ryan, I don't know. But you do you. Mostly because you kind of scare me, but still.
Orders.
Phoenix, we can get you to jump up, which will give you a bunch of evasion, and put you on the side where his weapons are actually housed. Ooh, and you can precision strike. So if you go for the torso shot, and there, an AC-10 down, he's injured again.
That hit something good.
That pretty much cripples him. I think it's going to be a fairly easy task to just finish him off. And while we're going to have to repair the Jagermech and all that sort of stuff, repairing the Jagermech is going to become a full-time job for our mech techs.
All weapons committed.
And it doesn't look like he's going to try to run. Alright,
Yes,
Ryan,
Commander.
you're again going to try and swing around the side here. Hopefully take another alpha strike at him.
Roger that.
Or just straight up kill him. That works too.
Tango down.
All targets eliminated. Sit tight and I can collect you from where you are at right now.
Mission success.
Alright, so we made some money. Bonus contract payment for destroying the Directorate forces that were helping him. The Jagermech's definitely going to spend some time in the repair bay. Aw, Phoenix was the only one who didn't get a kill on that lance. And Ryan got 2. So now it's kind of a tough call. Do we want to go with the 75-ton Orion or the Enforcer? You know, I really like the Enforcer. And we got a Shadowhawk part 2, so soon enough we'll be able to build a Shadowhawk. Alright, so apparently some of our mech warriors are getting some experience, but first things first, let's repair that Jagermech. It's only going to take 2 days. Let's check out our mech warriors and see what's up.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Bloodwind, you have a fairly large stockpile of experience. So we're going to get you, because I kind of want you to be our missileer sitting in the back, eventually. Let's go with tactics for the indirect fire. Guts, so you have some extra health. We'll get your piloting up. And your gunnery.
Mech warrior training complete.
And on my front, I'm going to grab an extra rank in gunnery, because I've been mostly in sniper mechs.
Yes, Commander.
Phoenix Bulwark. If you remain stationary, you gain defenses. We'll go with that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And we'll give you extra piloting and extra tactics, just to round out your skills.
Commander?
Ryan's been partially a sniper, but we can upgrade her in general.
Good to
Di
go.
doesn't have any points yet because we don't have a training pod. So that works out pretty well. So with our Jagermech down for 2 days, we have our regular loadout. So let's see what other contracts are available to us. There's a biological sample. We have to recover something. Recover one of our operatives from inside a directorate research facility. They will be carrying highly sensitive scientific material which must be returned to us. These materials are of a biological nature and must not be tampered with. Opening or tampering with the materials will be considered a breach of contract. Alright. 20 pages are dedicated to the non-tampering clause, so we can probably go with that. Alright, so I'll drop the blackjack back in. And for right now, we will drop Bloodwind out for Di. Get her some experience, and then Chaplain should be back shortly. Seems like the Vindicator is the guy that we use to level up people, which won't become such a big thing when we get to having at least one of the pods, or a training module, because then it's per day. Alright, your target is a directorate research facility. You'll be recovering restoration operatives carrying biological sample cases. They're ready for extraction when your units reach the facility. Pick them up and get them to the evac point. Best of luck, Commander.
Systems nominal. My mech's handling the cold just fine.
Alright, so the secondary facility is up here. So we have to secure 2 facilities. Not really that bad of a thing. We're going to sprint up and keep the high ground as much as we can.
Moving to position.
Moving out. Move order confirmed.
And our thorium colors are blending in on this Arctic background, so there's that. Never a bad thing.
Acknowledged.
Copy that.
I think we're going to send Ryan
Moving out.
down the hill a little bit already.
Sensor trace.
And we finally have sensor contacts on the enemy mechs. Now, we outclass the mechs on this fairly significantly. They should all be lights, and we have mediums. There's a locust, just to prove my point.
Minimum damage. This guy's nothing.
And a Jenner, another light. We'll see what the third one is. They're not moving all out, so they're not gaining too many stacks of evasion. Oh, that's a commando. But he's decided to guard and entrench. Alright, Di, we're going to get you to come up, since you are the weakest pilot that we have right now. even though you've got good gunnery skills. I think that the Jenner is the biggest threat to us right now. They have at least one medium mech, though.
Aye, aye.
Ryan, we are going to get you to come down. You're going to deal with the commando. It's 2D. It's got some SRMs and a medium laser, but you should be able to handle it. Oh, they might have vehicles.
Orders.
Phoenix, get you to go in and generally face all three. You're our brawler, so getting up close is kind of your thing. Have you pot shot the Jenner, though?
For an alpha strike.
And he's unsteady. Not exactly the greatest accomplishment here. But by you doing that, I can set up on this top of this ridge.
All weapons committed.
And do some significant damage to that Jenner.
Remech. Critical damage detected.
Blown out leg, blown out torso, 2 pilot injuries, and -1 initiative. Not bad for an alpha strike. It's gotta be vehicles. So Dai can take care of that Locust if it doesn't move too fast. They seem to have a hate on for Phoenix right now for some reason.
Damage minimal.
Alright, little commando, you wanna play? We'll play. It's gotta be some strikers, I think. Alright, so first things first. Where's the furthest you can advance up? Right there I am. We'll see if you can pot shot the Jenner down.
Roger that. Tango
And that
down.
takes care of one of the major threats? I don't know if major is the word, but compared to vehicles, battle mechs are a threat.
Standing by.
Alright, Dai, let's get you to advance a little bit and fire at that Locust. It's a 1M, so I'm not too worried about it, but still, it's on the other side of the field. Actually, if we can precision shot it, if you can core it, that would be
Firing on
great.
target.
Just like that! Way to go, Dai! Coring out a Locust with 1 PPC, that's fantastic. Then all we have to deal with is the extra vehicles, one of which has a autocannon for some reason. Alright, Phoenix. Do your thing against this commando and punch it in the face.
Engaging.
Or kick it. Take away all its evasion stacks, blow up a leg. You've pretty much set it up to be cored. I'm going to advance up a little bit, get some evasion stacks, and then I'm probably going to finish it off. You've done all the work, but I'm going to get all the glory. And there we go, the battle mechs are down, so now all we gotta do is worry about enemy vehicles. And vehicles, while annoying, are not especially a threat. Ooh, there is another mech. Alright, Ryan, you're going to be kind of our scout in this. Though you can't really see anything, so we'll just have you brace. That's a galleon. Alright, Di, let's see what kind of damage you can do to that galleon from up here.
Aye, aye.
Especially since we don't know what other battle mech is on the field. Probably be another light, but...
Roger.
Here's a vehicle kill.
Vehicle down.
Alright,
Yes, Commander.
Phoenix, we're going to get you to come around this side and possibly take another vehicle out. It's a Scorpion with an AC-5.
Engaging with target.
Unfortunately, Scorpions are rather tough. So let's see if my autocannons can do something to it. They can, but mostly armor damage. And that's got to be the Striker, or something along those lines. Now we'll get to see what that mech is. Oh, it's another Locust. Another 1M, in fact. So not really too big of a threat. We can just kind of deal with it. So Ryan, you
Awaiting orders.
didn't really get any of the glory or any of the fun on the first little bit. So let's advance you up and see
On
if
my
you
way.
can take out that Scorpion.
Firing all weapons.
There we go.
One for the scrap heap.
With the Scorpion down. Is there any way we can get full line of sight on that? Not really.
Position confirmed.
Alright, Phoenix is a Striker.
Ready
Since
for
the only
orders.
thing that's really, it's ironic, the only thing that's threat on the map right now is that Striker. The missiles will do a lot more work for the enemy than that little Locust will. Sadly, can't seem to kill it. So I'm going to jump up into these woods and then multi-target. Send the autocannons after the Striker. Everything else is going to go after that Locust.
Engaging multiple targets.
Or I could just straight up kill the Locust. That works too.
Destroyed.
For some reason that Striker doesn't like you, Phoenix. Oh well, he's pretty much doomed on this turn.
Yes, Commander.
So Di's the least experienced, so let's see if we can get her a little bit more.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, if the PPC hits, the PPC hits, and it's pretty much game over,
One for
man,
the
game
scrap
over.
heap. Receiving you.
Alright, so Di, we're going to get you to sprint up towards the secondary
Heading out.
facility. I'm going to follow suit. Phoenix, we'll get you to secure the primary. Ryan, we'll get you to scout up that road just in case we have to escort vehicles. Alright, so Die,
Order.
you're going to be the one that we're going to... Can you actually jump to it? No, you can't jump to it, so might as well not waste the heat.
Got it.
I'll come back down this way. And Phoenix is carrying the supplies. We gotta get up to the evac zone. So, we basically have to watch Phoenix's back.
Copy that.
Which we can do fairly easily. He's in our brawler, so it's a non-issue.
Let's move.
Moving to position.
I think we've actually killed everything that could be killed on this map.
We have the secondary.
And well done. You managed to wipe out the Op 4, and I can extract you right now. That works fairly well. $140 grand, some experience. If we take 2 of the Locust M1 parts, we can sell that off for another big boost to our bank account. Alright, so the Locust M1 is good to go, but I'd rather have the 136,000 C-bills. Now we could go and try another mission out, but I think it's better if we call this one a little bit early, because then next time we'll have one mission and then probably another Arano restoration mission. So, if you like the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, pop up in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. But remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.